Early specialization versus early diversification. In the world of youth sports, a critical debate has emerged. Should young athletes specialize in one sport early on, or is it more beneficial to diverse their participation across multiple sports? Today, we will explore the advantages and disadvantages of both early specialization and early diversification, examining factors like participation, beliefs, psychological barriers, and the journey of diversification. Firstly, it's important to talk about the rise of early specialization. Early specialization refers to the practice of focusing on one sport at a young age, often with the goal of achieving elite status. Advocates argue that this approach allows for skill refinement and competitive advantage. When kids specialize early, they develop specific skills and techniques faster. This can lead to a quicker path to elite competitions. However, I believe that focusing on one sport gives our children and athletes the best chance to excel and potentially earn a scholarship or professional contract. However, this approach raises concerns about overuse, injuries, burnout, and the mental health of young athletes, as the pressure formed at the top level can be very overwhelming. Next, this section will cover the benefits of early diversification. In contrast, early diversification encourages young athletes to participate in multiple sports. This approach fosters a broad skill set, enhances physical literacy, and promotes a lifelong love for physical activity. The Empire newspaper in 2013 states that sport diversification has long life benefits by allowing adults to continue participation in sports longer, teach and play with their children these sports, and it limits long-term injury. This means that diversification helps athletes develop a wide range of skills which can ultimately improve their performance in any sport they choose later on. A sports psychologist in 2013 spoke with me and stated that participating in various sports can reduce the psychological pressure associated with specialization. It allows children to explore different interests without the fear of failure in one specific area. Moreover, early diversification can help prevent injuries associated with repetitive strain, as the body is not subjected to the same movement repeatedly. Next, I'm going to talk about beliefs and cultural influence. Cultural beliefs and societal expectations play a significant role in shaping whether children specialize or diversify. In some cultures, there is a strong emphasis on early success in sport, which can pressure families to focus on specialization. The Athletic Insight in 2024 mentions how cultural context significantly impacts sports psychology. Different cultures also have a very unique value and beliefs that shape athletes and their mental approach. For instance, Eastern cultures often emphasize collectivism, where team success is prioritized over individual achievements. In my opinion, in a community and in sports, it feels like everyone is pushing their kids to specialize early. It's hard not to feel like some children in this session may struggle with this and fall behind if we don't promote the same advantages, which leads on to me saying there are communities that value a more holistic approach in sports. This encourages the kids to try everything. This can lead to more well-rounded athletes that are diversifying. It's also important to note that there are psychological barriers which play a very inclusive role in talent development. The psychological barrier associated with both specialization and diversification can significantly improve athletes' development for those who specialize early. The fear of failure and performance anxiety can be very substantial. Therefore, young athletes often feel immense pressure to succeed, leading to stress and potential burnout. This can diminish their love for the sport. In a situation like this, you may find athletes making points like, "I specialized in gymnastics at a young age, but the pressure was way too intense. I started to dread practice, and therefore I lost my passion." On the other hand, athletes who are diversified may struggle with the fear of not excelling in any sport at all, leading to insecurity about their abilities. This will result in them saying things like, "Sometimes I felt the lack of all trades and I never really got good at one thing." Therefore, in sport, it is absolutely crucial that we can help by moving on to the next point I'm going to mention, which is finding a balance. Ultimately, the debate between early specialization and early diversification is not black or white. Finding a balance may be key to developing well-rounded athletes. This means by encouraging young athletes to explore different sports in their formative years can prove to be very beneficial. But if a child shows a strong passion and love for one sport, focused training for that will also be appropriate. Meaning that from this goal, children will foster a love for physical activity, ensuring that all children enjoy experiencing sports regardless of the path they choose. In conclusion, both early specialization and early diversification have their merits and challenges. By understanding the implications of each approach and considering the unique needs of a young athlete, we can create environments that nurture talent, promote well-being and foster a lifelong love for sport. The journey of an athlete is not just about winning, it's about growth, enjoyment, and discovering one's potential.